I'm going to share with you 5 simple tips that you can use for your video marketing. And if you're not doing anything with video, hopefully after this you will, that will help you to generate not just leads, but high quality leads. All right. Welcome to today's Ignite Your Influence on Social session. If we haven't met yet, my name is Ginna Tassanelli. I'm the founder and CEO of Hype Media, Stylishly Branded, and Style Rebel Mama. And we work with high impact CEOs, business brands, personal brands like coaches, consultants, experts that are actively wanting to be known in the digital world as the go-to solution in their industry. We do this with a very simple, scalable, holistic marketing system that ignites your influence into a bold, powerful, humanized presence so that you can accelerate your visibility, credibility, and revenue. And if right away you're like, you know what, I need some help with this, would you please take a look at what I'm currently doing on social media because I have no idea what I'm doing? There is a link above this video to schedule a complimentary Ignite Your Brand session with me. Okay. It's 30 minutes. We jump on Zoom. I check out all of the things that are going on with your business on social media. And I give you real personalized tips on how to close those gaps to start to really accelerate your lead generation. Because what other purpose is there to be on social as a business owner if you are using these platforms as tools for your business? But if you're not generating leads, what's the point, right? And so that's what we talk about on that call. All right. So feel free to schedule that call. What I want to share with you are some really, really simple, okay? I'm like talking about really simple ways of using video in your marketing to help increase your lead generation. And when you use video in your marketing, not only do you increase your lead generation because it's just a faster way for people to get to know, like, and trust you and eventually buy from you, right? That's what we want. But it's a faster way because they get to hear your voice, get to know your personality, get to know your values, your positioning. And there's just so much more power in actually watching someone speak, right? Communicating verbally than there is in written copy. And so that's why I'm going to give you some really, really great stats. Video is the most engaging form of media right now. It has been now for quite some time. Ever since the pandemic, it's just grown like crazy. It is on fire. So 66% of consumers prefer learning about a product or service via video. Okay. And then if we're talking about lead generation specifically, viewers report retaining up to 95% of a message after watching a video. So think about that. So if all of your content on social media is written form, right? Like typing a caption and images, you're really losing out on the potential of not only the reach, but the engagement, and then people actually consuming that message in a way that hits them and creates some action. So here is my first type of video that I want to share with you for generating leads. This is a very simple one, but I think we overcomplicate this. And this is just a brand video that tells your brand story. This is literally just you, or it can be. There's different ways to do this, but what I want to share with you are the simplest ways to do these things. Because I think that we think because it's video, it needs to be like super produced and, we have to have, the perfect lighting. I mean, yes, lighting is important, but you don't need to go buy lights in order to have great lighting. Okay. If you are in front of a window, that is great lighting. Natural light is the best light, honestly. But you can also, purchase like a ring light really inexpensively and put that behind your camera as well. But you don't need like crazy tech at all. Our phones are so incredible nowadays. So just literally talking into your phone, a talking head video where you are sharing a story about your brand because people want to learn about you. And by the way, when I talk about sharing a story about your brand, I'm talking about sharing a story about you as a personal brand. Okay. Like, what are you passionate about? What drives you? What inspires you to do the work that you do? How did you come about to do the work that you do? You know, what motivated that? What inspired you to start that? And, you know, one of the ways to really tell your brand story is to incorporate things from your past experiences. So, one of the things that I tell people is I love fixing messy marketing. And I believe that one of the reasons why I love that is because for me, growing up, I grew up as a dancer and I loved everything about dancing, everything from the choreography to the costumes to the makeup to just putting it all together. Before putting it all together, it's a mess, right? But once you put it all together into this beautiful performance, it creates an experience for the audience and an experience for me or for the dancer, right? And so the same thing with marketing. And that's where my passion of marketing comes into play. So I tie my past experience, my childhood experience, with how I use this today in my business and why I'm so passionate. So tell that story, find a story to really articulate that. Okay, so that's the first kind of video. The second kind of video is to do a video where you are teaching something and at the same time you're offering something. You have a call to action. Okay, so what I'm doing today is kind of like that. This is a value-based video. I try to keep this like 10 to 15 minutes long. And I gave you a call to action in the beginning, right, to schedule that call. But I'm sharing some value with you, right? I'm giving you some tips on videos. And then I'm making a call to action. Your call to action does not need to be something that is an investment. What I shared with you just a second ago for that call, that's a free call. It's a complimentary call. What I'm going to share with you at the end of this video is also a free opportunity. Okay. So it doesn't always have to be a paid offer, but it can be. All right. The third type of video is testimonials or case studies or interviews with a past client or maybe a current client. So this is a huge and super powerful marketing tool that you can do. And what you want to do is ask your client questions during this interview, during this video interview, so that they tell the story and the experience of what it's like to work with you or what it was like to work with you, where they were before working with you, where they are now after working with you. And what it does is it piques your audience's curiosity and it allows you to earn their trust. And so in marketing, you've heard this over and over again. And this is something that I don't think is ever going to go away because it's just, honestly, it's how we are as humans. It's getting people to know, like, trust, and eventually buy from you and everything that we do in marketing. So doing a testimonial video or a case study video where you are interviewing a client, or if you can't interview a client, you're doing a case study on a client experience. That is a huge way to earn your audience's trust. Number 4, frequently asked question videos. These are great because you could probably come up with 20 videos at once to do this with. So write a list, literally write down a list of frequently asked questions that people ask you, whether they're clients or, potential clients. And then what you want to do is you could do a short video. These are great for like reels and short form videos. Do a short video on that question, or do, a longer video. Maybe you're answering 5 questions. You're doing a 5 frequently asked questions. But if you break it apart, then it gives you more content. So those are really great videos as well. And you know that if you are creating videos based off of questions that people are asking you, they're more likely to engage with you because this is, sparking people's interest. Here's another one, actually, an extension to the FAQs. Objections. Objections is another great one. So write a list of objections that people say to you and then use those. Like the opposite of the objection can be video topics as well. Okay. All right. And then the 5th type of video is a tutorial. So this is a tutorial where you are actually like screen sharing through something, or you are like demonstrating something, right? Depending on your business, it may look a few different ways. So like I do tutorials on how to use AI, for example, and I actually screen share and I walk you through some of my frameworks for using AI as a content creation tool. So that would be one example. If you sell physical product, actually using the product, right? So let's say you sell skincare. So putting a face mask on, taking it off, applying moisturizer, applying, all the things. Those make for really, really great videos. Just like when you see people doing like recipes, right? Those are really captivating. let's talk really quick about ways to actually generate leads from the videos, right? Because there's more to just creating the content. We want to actually generate the leads. So, something that's going to be really, really important is going to be a call to action. You need to have a call to action on every single video. And like I said earlier, it does not have to be a call to action for people to go buy something. It can be a simple call to action like, if you love these tips, let me know down below. That is a call to action, right? But we need to have a call to action if we want people to actually engage and take any sort of action. They're not just going to know to do that. And people are lazy on social media. I know I am. I'm going to admit it. Like, I tend to sometimes be a scroller, right? When I am not intentionally on it for a purpose. The other thing that you want to consider, another option, is when you offer a call to action, depending on what it is, you can say, like going to drop a call to action in just a few moments about something that we have coming up, right? And what it's going to do is it's going to put you on a wait list for something. And then I'm going to need your email list or your email to put you on that wait list, right? So having call to actions that can actually open up those email gates to help build your email list is going to be really important too. If you have a landing page, that can be a call to action. Like, say the word waitlist down below and we'll send you access to opt in. And then you move people to a landing page. Of course, you want to make sure to be sharing on social media. So, not just when you are just dropping this video or these videos, but you also want to share other content. You want to also be engaging on other people's social media profiles in order for your content to get seen more. So, one of the things that people miss out on when they are spending lots of time creating content and frustrated that nobody is engaging with it is that they are not engaging on social media as a user as well. And so you're wasting your time, honestly. If you're not engaging, nothing's going to happen with that content. So you want to make sure that you are also engaging and sharing insights. Obviously, video is great to do it, but engage on other people's content as well. It's more than just being a one-way street. Social media is really a two-way street. So, the call to action is going to be really important. Also, be really creative. Okay. So, like, move around in your video. Right now, I'm just sitting here in my chair, but you'll notice that I do a lot of my reels when I'm actually on my walks or I'm outside in my backyard. Sometimes I'm at the beach, something just pops in my head or I make a list of things that pop into my head and then I take a moment to create a video. But have some movement in there. If you want to get a little bit more advanced, you can do some like really quick editing on your phone with your video. Like I love to use CapCut and it will add some really quick transitions to a video. They have tons of templates and just adding that creativity is going to allow for more people to see the video, which then can lead to more leads, right? Because the more people that engage, the more people see it. And then you have an opportunity to pique more interest and get more leads. Also, you want to consider the length. So, like right now, I'm doing what I call a value based video. I do this once a week, same time of the week, same day, 12 p.m. Eastern time on Thursdays. You want to think of, if you're doing something quick or sharing like an FAQ, right? A frequently asked question, that can really just be like a 60-second video or less. So take into consideration the length of video. For short form video, I will tell you that really short, I'm talking about like 8 seconds to 10 seconds is working really well right now. And so there's a lot that you can do within those 8 seconds. You will be surprised. But what I would suggest doing is just look at other accounts and see what they're doing and see, kind of check out their engagement and use a tool. Like I said, CapCut is a really great one. They have so many templates that really you could just even incorporate like images. You don't even actually have to be on video per se. Okay, the next thing is to increase your lead generation from videos is you don't want to ask for too much. So you don't typically want to have multiple call to actions. Okay, keep it very simple and very focused. Think about SEO, search engine optimization. So when you are writing your headline, for example, when you're coming up with a headline for your video, you want it to be SEO friendly because when you use that headline in your caption and also in the video, it has the opportunity to get found on the search engines when people are searching certain keywords. right? So, one way to do this very simply, if you have no idea what SEO means or, how to come up with a headline or a video title that is SEO optimized, if you go into Chat GPT and simply type something out like, please write an SEO friendly headline for a video that I'm doing about blank, whatever that is about, it will actually write that out for you. Okay. This is something that we train on inside of our programs, but it will do that for you. So there are really simple ways to do this without actually needing to be a pro. The other thing you can do is just search on Google, like using keywords that go with the video that you're going to create. Search on Google and see what kinds of titles are coming up, and then use those for inspiration. You don't want to copy what other people are doing, but you can use it for inspiration and then modify so it works for you. And then the last thing, which is so important, is to make sure that you are following up with leads. If somebody, for example, likes your video, send them a quick personal note and say, hey, thanks so much for liking my video. What did you love the most about it? That is it. You're not asking for them to buy anything. You're not asking for their email, even not yet, right? But that can really spark conversation and move them to a place where you can create that conversation that moves into a sales call or maybe even into them buying something. All right. So I hope that these tips were helpful. I will see you guys next week. So I'll see you guys soon. Bye.